Well, I believe, finally, sort of, mostly, finished the hatch and its cover. It's been 4 days now. It takes such a long time. It's easily a 3-person job. For the cover itself, I had to tap into the top all of the screws that I needed to screw in before I put the rubber on. The reason it takes so long is because you have to wait about 24 hours for the EPMD glue to actually adhere to whatever you're sticking it to. In my case, I not only have been sticking it to aluminum ceiling, I'm sticking it to plywood, and even the EPMD itself as I lay it over in various ways to cover up things and to make sure that rain skirts in a certain way. So in any case, the hatch side was glued in nice and tight. It grabs nice and tight to the upper area of the seal on top, which is great. I can't wait to get the pressure lock in place to really test it out. I'll hit it with the laser thermometer and see if there's any variation in any of the temperature, which should be pretty much a no-brainer. I've sealed the hell out of this thing. So in any case, before I was able to put the top rubber sheet onto the top of the hatch, top side of the hatch. I don't know how many more times I could say the word top in that sentence. What I had to do was measure out on the bottom where I wanted the squared wood, I'm gonna call it a piling, but really what I'm doing is preparing the bottom for something to tap into with a screw, either handles or latches or both. But what I cannot do is drill in later. So thinking ahead, I had to draw out the square area where I wanted the wood and then drill in a series of holes, tap the screws in with about 1/8 of an inch of the screw head pointing out so that I can tap the wood into it and leave it there on the underside. So I put in all the screws, flipped it over, put downward pressure, drilled the screws the rest of the way in, made sure they were nice and solid, and then I put the top layer of the EPDM glue, then the rubber sheet, and I had to make sure all of the edges were about 5 1/8 inch overlapping so that I could fold it over and in preparation for what I was going to do next. So the next step was to fold it all over. I'm technically folded it over only flat ways on 2 sides, so that what I could do on the other side, the opposing sides, was to fold it in and then roll it over so that I didn't have any cuts or any taps or any holes in the rubber sheeting anywhere. I don't want any possible way for any kind of rain to like get up underneath. So really what I want to do is have kind of like a rain loop, so the gravity will pull that water down and over the skirt that I put up there in the last couple days. So it's a really detailed process. It seems really simple. It really took a lot of time, but really what delays you the most is having to wait that 24-hour period for the glue to set and really do a nice grab on there. So that was a bit of a challenge. I think that I'm going to just put a deck up there basically, and then potentially mount an open area for the hatch to be lifted up, and it'll just have deck top right on top of it. So today the lid's done, the cover's done, the frame is done, and I think I'm doing it just in time. There's been really clear skies all day without any clouds whatsoever. I mean, there's really only a handful of clouds in sight, and they're only, you know, they're very small. So, but there's supposed to be rain in the forecast for this afternoon, so hopefully I have prepared it well enough so that it'll be the first test of the ability for it to keep out the rain. Got it done just in time.
Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. If so, be sure to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Construction on the tiny home is actually complete, so visit kyleodonnell.com/blog to binge watch the build. You'll not only read my personal journals during construction, you'll also see videos covering everything from solar installation and transforming bedrooms to wiring your electronics and off-grid plumbing.